Welcome back, everybody. This is not what I wanted to do today. This is in the way. So I got my prime mover over there. I didn't want to move it and then have to bring it back and change that center and move it. So it moved right to the top of the list. The reason we are doing this today is because I need to hook onto that trailer with the old Dodge, and that tire is right in the way. And having fluid in it, it's not a case where a guy can just stand it up by hand and roll it out of the way. So hence the 6080. There was an online auction yesterday, and I absolutely despise online auctions, but they're a fact of life, and that's why I need the trailer. There is a live auction Saturday, so we may need it then too. You will find out what I won in the live auction in a later segment. Oh, here's something we can do real quick. This is kind of cool. As usual, we got to set the phone down somewhere and forget where we put it. But how many of you know what that is? I'm guessing not very many, because I was well into my 50s before I ever even saw one, let alone knew what it was. That is a butcher block brush. There aren't even that many butcher blocks around anymore. But my thinking was this wheel weight has got a lot of flaky stuff on it, and I'm not going to wire brush that down to cast iron. But I saw the butcher block brush when I went to get something else out of the other shop, and it's really taking that loose flaky stuff off nice with not too much terrible effort. So I'm not gonna paint these today, obviously, but I just thought I'd show you a little bit of the butcher block brush. We'll use some regular wire brushing techniques later. And apparently that's good cardiovascular exercise, because I'm already breathing a little bit heavier than I should be. There's that phone. Okay, more later. All right, here's the big reveal. This will be take two. Not to be outdone by that Oliver guy, Chris Losey, and Ross the Oliver man, Rikers. I found me another Oliver plow and brought it home. And hey, I just noticed. That's kind of cool. I hadn't even noticed that. This came up on a sale, folks. I didn't find out about the sale until Monday night. This is Wednesday. So I looked through the catalog, and there were several moldboard plows. I bid on 4 of them. This is the only one I bought. I just noticed this is a 3-bottom plow, but it's got a 4th bottom add-on. That's cool. Very cool, actually. The 4th coulter is in the back of the truck. Do we have a mount? Oh, the mount's right there. Good. Okay, I'm liking that. Coulter mounts can be a problem if you don't have them. So the rear land side is in really good shape, probably because that's the add bottom. The shins on this old girl are not much. The shares aren't much better. The mold boards look to be in good shape. I have 2 shins, I believe, that will fit this. And I think that the shares that I brought home from Kenny's the other day will also fit it. So we're gonna look for 3 land sides, 2 shins, and we ought to be able to make a plow out of this thing. It came with this buster bar on it, and I'm not a fan. So that may even come off yet today. I don't know. It's kind of hot today. I may just get it off the trailer because my plan is evolving. Since the trailer is already hooked on the tow vehicle, I may go back to Clarence and pick up some stuff. That'll be in another video. The only downside, this is another shear pin model. So, but I already know about that. I know how to go about that. We'll get those in good working order before we ever go plow where it's rocky. So yeah, that's the latest auction purchase. I hate online auctions with a purple passion, and this one didn't disappoint in that regard. They all suck, but it's fact of life, and you just don't see a plow like this come up for sale very often. I mean, it just doesn't. I've never seen one of these in this part of the world. There's plenty of 565s around, but fully mounted 416, yeah, hen's teeth. And I've been wanting a fully mounted 416 for a while, so I got one. Now if I could get that stupid 756 fixed, that's not the plow's problem. I got some other things to talk about later. I guess we'll shoot a little more. All right, on with the day's proceedings. As you can see, I haven't even taken the chains off of this thing, and that nasty old buster bar is hanging on the forks of the 6080, headed for the island of misfit mascots. I'm pretty sure that was what they did in that one episode of South Park many moons ago. I may actually take pictures of that and advertise it on the old Craigslist, which nobody hardly looks at anymore, but you never know. Don't do Facebook, so yeah, I don't know. That's, if you've got a buster bar on your plow and you like it, good. Not a fan. And on a fully mounted plow, that's a lot of extra weight hanging off the rear. The 856 could probably handle it just fine, I'm sure, but for going to plow days, it's just, and I don't know if it weighs 250 or 300 pounds total. Maybe not that much, but it's just less iron to drag down the road. Make no mistake, this is going to climb high on the priority list quickly, because this we want ready to plow before fall gets here. And I really don't think that's that tall an order. I'm pretty sure I have 4 brand new shares that will fit. I have 2 shins, although I may, if I'm ordering parts, I may just order 4, because I'm pretty sure Shoop has them. The Coulters, I'm not in love with. I think I have enough single arm Coulters to convert it. And the bearings have got a fair amount of slop in them. And that front one, well, that's not really the front, that's the number 2, but they got a lot of slop in there. My plowings last fall and this spring, I've really learned a lot about the value of good tight Coulters, so I'll probably add landsides to that too. This back one, I think I touched on that earlier, since that's the add bottom, it probably is a lot newer than these front 3. If I can get them, I'll just buy new ones. I had a Central Iowa Farm Store got me half a dozen, but I have put them all on plows. So I can talk to Reed and see if he can get more of those. Or maybe have him look for those shins too. I don't know. But this is kind of bad. I mean, it's worn clear through the damn shin right into the frog. So the frog's not hurt yet, but it's at the point where hurt's not far away. But I'm pretty tickled to have this fine specimen of a Oliver plow here. From what I'm surprised the mold boards they look perfect, basically. I can see a part number on there, so that'll help. But I'm gonna take that Buster bar down to that island for Misfit Mascots, and then we'll get this set somewhere, I'm not sure where, and I'm gonna wind it down and maybe go socialize a little bit this evening. So I think we're gonna call this enough for one video. Thanks for watching.